I'm so nervous to pour the cream over the top. I found a sourdough discard recipe for this, and I didn't want to just use discard. I wanted to actually ferment it and make it a true sourdough recipe. And that's what I did. So it looks so good. It smells so good. Troy told me I should double the recipe and make 2 of them so we could try one at home and make sure it tastes good, and I didn't listen. And I am eating my words, eating my actions, and I should have listened. Should have listened to him. I'm about to pour my milk leche, I think I'm saying that right, over the top. I'm nervous, but it has to sit and soak it all up, and it's gonna be so yummy, and I know God will pull through and make it delicious. Let's do it together. Let's pour it together. It's gonna be good. We have faith. Just said to pour slow and steady. Please be good. Please be good. Please don't be too much. This is how much the recipe said to do. It said it'll soak it up like a sponge. This seems like a lot of cream. Okay. It's already soaking it up. It's already getting better. I know it's going to be good. There's enough sugar in it that it has to taste good. Go to a church. I just love this little church of ours, and I know I talk about it all the time, but we go to a church that has a potluck every single month. And when we first started going there, I was kind of like, not really what I want to be doing. And I was very hesitant. I took several months to actually go to a potluck. The community building that comes out of those potlucks is incredible. And it gives me chills, even just like thinking about the church is good. The sermons are great. Like the church in itself is whole Bible believing and is so, so good and biblical. But the potlucks really make it, round it out. It really makes it so you feel like these people are your family, and we just are so blessed. Find a church that does a lot of potlucks. My church story is kind of interesting because we went to one church for a long time, almost 4 years there. There were just some things. We decided to find a different church. Found a different church, and this was probably about 8 months before we moved. So we were just at that church for a very short season, but it was a great church. And one of the last sermons before we left was how to find a good church. And I thought it was so funny how God worked in that way, that we were getting ready to leave. We didn't have a new church where we were moving to, which is where we are now. It was kind of at this crossroads of, man, we finally found this church that we love, and now we're moving. And I was really sad about it. And at this sermon where it was how to find a good church, one of the things was find a church that does a lot of potlucks. And what do you know? Here we are. It just is so funny. I remember in the moment this sermon happening and thinking to myself, wow, I needed this right now in this moment because I'm going to be on this journey very soon. And he got to the end, and his last point was find a church that has a lot of potlucks. And I remember thinking, what in the world? 1, I don't like potlucks. 2, I like leaving right after church. And I didn't get it then, but it was a seed planted on my heart. Now we are at our church. We have monthly potlucks, and I see the value in it. You know, in Acts, I just found this verse that I was trying to remember earlier, and I just don't have it memorized, but it's Acts 2:46. So continuing daily with one accord in the temple and breaking bread from house to house. They ate their food with gladness and simplicity of the heart. 47, praising God and having favor with all the people, and the Lord added to the church daily those who were being saved. And it just goes to show that breaking bread together and having that communion together grows the church. And I don't mean like grows the church number. I mean like grows the church together. Makes us come together as a church. It's so beautiful and so important. Find a church that has the potlucks and go to the darn potlucks. Here it is. I'm just kind of tipping it. But here it is 10 minutes later. It's only been in the fridge for 10 minutes and it's all soaking up. It looks so good. I'm going to go put it back in the fridge really quick, and then I will tell you what I did to take this from a sourdough discard tres leches recipe to a sourdough tres leche cake. It is not my original recipe. I took someone else's discard recipe, and what I did was took the measurement for the sourdough discard and the measurement for the flour. I mixed that together and I just let it sit on the counter and ferment for 24 hours. When it came time for the egg yolk step, which is when you would mix the sourdough discard into the egg yolk, I instead just mixed the egg yolks and the sugar, then folded that into the flour and the sourdough discard that had pre-fermented. So it's completely sourdough, which is awesome. Yes, it still has a lot of sugar, but all of the grains are pre-fermented. And the best part of all of this is that I milled my own grain. So this is home milled grain. I'm so excited. I love that darn grain mill, and I feel so blessed by it. Every time I use it, I just say to myself, thank you, Bob. Thank you, Bob, for giving me this grain mill, because it just brings me so much joy. If anything else, having the grain mill, milling my grains fresh, using fresh milled flour for anything, just brings me so much joy.